outstretched as if perhaps, in the end, she hadn't really expected Emma to leave. There is another young man watching her from the other side of the bonfire. He has a wicked sort of gaze which makes Emma feel as if she's shivering, even though she isn't. She has seen him around, lingering on the edge of town since springtime, but she knows him only by sight. A profile sharp enough to cut cocaine, dark hair brushing the collar of his worn-out leather jacket. There is something in the motion of his hips, the way he juts out his chin, that feels like he might have been a highwayman in a previous life. Evening rain has stripped back the heat of the day, and now his cigarette breath hovers in the cool air the way storm clouds do around mountain peaks. When she looks again, he is gone. "Where have you been?" Dolly Blake stubs out her cigarette as her eldest son tries to close the front door quietly behind him. "Nowhere." Noah emerges from the gloom of the hallway, and for a moment Dolly tenses, seeing in his lean, lanky shape that of her husband. From a distance they are often confused for one another. The same down-and-out plaid shirts, that same flash of red hair, same high-set shoulders, as if they're worried someone might peek over and see something they shouldn't. But although at 22 he is a man now, Noah's face retains the gentle edges of youth, which his father Samuel Blake exchanged a long time ago for a wiry beard and weathered skin from long hours spent hauling timber. Dolly breathes a sigh of relief. "You're lucky your dad went to bed early," she says. "What did you do to your jeans? They're filthy." "None of your business." Above him on the wall hangs the large gemstone cross that Dolly's mother-in-law gave her as a wedding present nearly a quarter of a century ago. Behind it, Dolly knows there is a hole where Samuel once punched through the plaster. "Don't give me that attitude, young man," she says. But she isn't looking at her son. She's looking at the cross. "I don't care how old you are. When you live under this roof, you get yourself home on time, and you talk to your mother with more respect." "You never give Abby the third degree like this." He steps around her with his long, muddy legs and beats a hard, familiar tattoo up the stairs to his room. Dolly sighs and digs her nails into her scalp. She wishes he weren't the only one she can stand to lose her temper around, but she knows she has to lose it sometimes. Otherwise, one day she might just burst. Emma turns the car radio on, some late-night psychic who says nothing of the events to come, so she drives away from Abigail without a second thought. Puddles on the county road flash yellow in her headlights, and the smell of wet tarmac coming through the air vents reminds her of wax crayons. She knows the route well, even at night. On either side, steep banks are covered with conifers, leading up to dusty mountain peaks where the trees grow stumpy and fade out altogether as they approach the timberline. After a mile, the tree line following the curve of the road breaks away. Pine bark beetles have infected the evergreens here, and huge patches of the woodland are grey and brittle. In the daylight, through their thin, dead branches, she can glimpse the blackened remains of the old Winslow house, hollowed out by fire over a century ago. Usually she can look right through the empty windows, all the way to the other side, and even though she knows she won't be able to see a thing in the dark, Emma glances at it as she drives by, just out of habit. There is a light. Something glimmers behind an old window frame. Emma slows the car, but the light swings suddenly, sharply, and is snuffed out. She will tell the police this when they question her, eventually, plundering all the last precious details she has of Abigail. The bonfire has been tamped down, and now the blackened circle of its remains looks like somewhere a UFO might have come to land. The tall bones are silent silhouettes against a night sky silvered with moonlight. The partygoers have scattered back down the road towards Jerry Maddox's trailer park, or crammed into their friends' cars and driven home through the woods, so there is no one around.